Hi, I'm William Gallagher.
I'm Madison Gillis.
I'm Emily Cavallo.
And I'm Noah Dundu.
And we're Group 1 for Katerina Setzer's Public Relations Research Group. We are conducting research for Gaylord College's graduate programs as well as graduate journalism programs across the United States. This is our presentation.
Researchers engaged in secondary and primary research in order to discover the thoughts, feelings, and current perceptions of the University of Oklahoma's Gaylord College graduate programs. Through secondary and primary research, the researchers were able to draw conclusions regarding how Gaylord College can enhance their graduate programs and appeal to a larger spectrum of students. The research was utilized in various stages to discover main lapses in the program and find ways to market to prospective students. Using various research methods, provided background on the subject, numbers that could represent the larger populations, and insights into individual minds that painted a clear picture on how to help Gaylord College's graduate programs. After concluding research, the researchers identified key ingredients that will help the Gaylord College graduate programs expand in attendance and awareness levels from prospective students. The overarching theme that Gaylord College needs to focus on is the expansion of awareness of programs among students. The research illustrated a lack in knowledge about the programs, and by increasing platforms of communication, students will be informative about the graduate programs that will ultimately help raise both perceptions and levels of understanding. Complementing this objective, research found that students are not receiving information from meaningful mediums. Thus, students are not obtaining knowledge necessary to decide whether or not to attend graduate school. By infiltrating multiple mediums of communications, such as professors as advocates and updating the website, students will be more exposed to information about Gaylord College graduate programs. The research identified a main problem with attendance and awareness of programs that involves a lack of interest in attending graduate school for the fields of journalism and mass communication. However, this factor can be addressed once there is a greater awareness and knowledge levels of programs and the importance of graduate school plays in the working world. Ultimately, by increasing awareness levels of the Gaylord College graduate programs, students will be interested in attending Gaylord College can increase admission and attendance rates. The goal of the research was to identify ways the client, Gaylord College's graduate programs, can grow and increase attendance rates and awareness levels in the graduate college community. The researchers performed secondary and primary research to attack the situation from all sides and have a complete picture of the standing of Gaylord College graduate programs in the eyes of society and prospective and current students. The researchers created research questions in order to outline the data to know exactly what we needed to find to help our client, Gaylord College's graduate programs. Our first research question is, how do current Gaylord College students view the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communications graduate programs? The first research question is, how do current Gaylord College students view the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communications graduate programs in relation to success and necessity? How does this correlate to the number of students who are planning to attend graduate school after undergraduate completion? Are these students interested in attending Gaylord College's graduate programs? Why or why not? Our second research question is, what changes could be implemented at Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication to attract students to graduate programs and increase perceptions of the programs? Our third research question is, what factors do undergraduate students at the University of Oklahoma view as most important when deciding on a graduate program? How can this be focused on to help increase student attendance and awareness for prospective students at the Gaylord College? Our final research question is, how could Gaylord College communicate with prospective students about graduate programs in order to increase perception, awareness, and attendance in the Gaylord College graduate programs? Are the communication mediums preventing or aiding in the goal of increasing awareness and interest in graduate programs?
The research team conducted secondary research in order to find the most valuable information for the client. This research was done through scholarly articles, scholarly peer-reviewed journals, and all sorts of mediums found on databases across OU and others networks. Summary of secondary research reads as such. There is a need to gain momentum and status among collegiate and professional communities to justify the need for a place in Journalism Academy and advanced degrees in journalism. There is a large cost of graduate school that's going to be far more expensive to be paid off in the future. The trends that the research team found in the research show that in the United States, enrollment was down among journalism schools for a third straight year in 2013. More impact of what people learned in graduate programs than in undergraduate programs displayed that public relations and advertising were much more popular than journalism. These infographics show journalism statistics that the research team found in secondary research. Master versus bachelor earnings are shown on the left. The median monthly earnings for millennials shows that 13% of master's degree recipients earn more than undergraduate with just bachelor degrees, $4,772 per month compared to $3,836 with journalism degrees, just with bachelors. On the right shows the Gaylord College enrollment. There is a steady decline since 2013. It shows that there was 1,206 in 2013 compared to 1,146 in 2014 and ultimately 1,102 in 2015. Through our secondary research, we found strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for our client, Gaylord College. Strengths showed that Gaylord College's graduate program has many possible strengths to grow and expand on in an already positive and recognized program. Gaylord College boasts a very high number of international students, showing off its inclusivity and the diversity of the program. Master's degree recipients received higher levels of employment after they came out of school. Weaknesses was the high cost of the graduate programs. Gaylord College's graduate programs do not contain as many masters and emphases as other top journalism graduate programs around the nation. Additionally, from the research conducted, the group found that reporters and correspondents in traditional journalism careers would see a 9% decline from 2014 to 2024. Opportunities showed that although the field of journalism seems to be shrinking, public relations and advertising jobs are not on the decline and instead increasing. With the great technology and facilities that Gaylord College possesses, they can continue to improve its facilities and stay on top of new and changing technologies that will be attractive to new students down the line. Building on the strategic communication aspect of opportunities, the job outlook for PR specialists looks to grow 6% from 2014 to 2024. Threats showed that the obvious decline of journalism in the media that is in part due to new and changing technology, along with the internet and social media, have had a profound impact on graduate journalism enrollment rates. The high and rising cost of graduate education compared to the reward that will not become clear until far in the future is definitely a threat. Additionally, the ability of other graduate programs to offer more specialty graduate programs with more specific emphases is something of interest to the Gaylord College.
After the secondary research, we found out we needed more information about specific attitudes towards Gaylord College's graduate program. We needed to gather people's opinions, perceptions, and attitudes. We needed both in-depth answers and people discussing these topics. So we used 3 different methods to collect this information we required. The first method we used, it was a survey, a quantitative method to measure general perceptions. These perceptions we wanted to measure were discovered through the secondary research previously done. Afterwards, we also conducted different focus groups, qualitative methods, to generate a discussion and get some different insights. In-depth interviews were also conducted, another qualitative method, to understand attitudes and behaviors, because our main problem was we didn't have any kind of attitudes of perceptions towards collected thanks to the secondary methods previously, so we needed these kind of insights. Who? Gaylord College and the graduate students were the chosen people, the chosen population who we were focusing on. So, going back to our survey, the survey was built and distributed in order to collect specific data about perception and attitudes towards Gaylord College graduate program, something not known regarding published studies and articles. This survey was sent to every Gaylord undergraduate student, but the response rate was low. The distribution was done through email. Since the response rate was low, the method of sampling that was first probabilistic was changed to a non-probabilistic method, like snowball sampling, because we needed more people to answer these questions in the survey. After collecting the data, we did different statistic analysis and we also used different graphics. The results we got were the following. Personal contact is better than direct contact through the telephone or even email. Most of the students who value studying a master would do it because of the job opportunities. The advertising and social media marketing used to promote it is not enough, since it does not reach their target audience. Professors are good advocates.
The method that the research group used to gather this information and qualitative data was through focus groups and individual interviews and quantitative research via a survey. For the qualitative research, the study population was determined through stratified sampling. The researchers gathered undergraduate students in the Gaylord College that we personally knew and asked them to partake in a focus group. The researchers then used a snowball sampling technique to gather more Gaylord College students to participate in the study. There were 13 Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication total undergraduate students that participated in this study. The research group decided to use a classic focus group discussion as one of the main ways to gather information from undergraduate Gaylord College students. Through a classic focus group discussion, the interviewers are able to see how the participants react to certain questions and are able to see their true feelings towards Gaylord graduate programs by their tone. The research group also decided to conduct personal one-on-one interviews with 7 undergraduate students in Gaylord College to get a more in-depth personal interview. When performing quantitative research, the researchers' goal was to discover the mindfulness, knowledge, likes, and rankings of graduate schools in the nation in comparison to the University of Oklahoma's graduate program in Gaylord College by surveying undergraduate students who are enrolled in Gaylord College. Of the 1,104 undergraduate students in Gaylord, 865 students received emails asking them to complete a survey. Of those 865 students asked to participate in the study, only 33 responses were received, and of those, some were incomplete. However, this data was manipulated and combined with the qualitative research to help understand the aspects of Gaylord College's graduate programs that needed attention. Through primary qualitative and quantitative research, the researchers were able to identify similarities that connect the sets of data and draw conclusions from these. 3 main topics were reoccurring in the 2 types of data. There is a clear lack of knowledge about Gaylord College graduate programs. Students do not necessarily feel it is imperative for them to attend graduate school for degrees in journalism and mass communication, and there are factors that students find attractive in graduate programs. These 3 factors were continually represented in the data and help identify where the Gaylord College graduate programs and enhance their focus and efforts.
Thank you for listening to our research group and our findings. We hope that the client, Gaylord College, can use these recommendations, research, and different findings to improve its education, faculty, students, and overall experience. Thank you.